Think of all the people just like me, stirring through the screens of their TVs, rows of lonely goldfish in their bowls. What becomes of all those lonely souls? That's a lyric by Whitey from the song No One Wants You Round When You're Down. And I like the lyric because when you walk down the street and you see people staring into the TV screens, they do look, it's like a dystopian future. We're all just hooked into the media stream and being spoon fed a load of bollocks and distractions and illusions by people who don't want the best for us. They're just trying to either entertain or delude people, as far as I'm concerned. So, King Charles, what do I believe in? I'll tell you what I don't believe in. I don't believe that the way we live our lives in today's society, at least most of us, I don't believe that's the way life should be lived. And I believe that technology is the main culprit of what's happened to our minds. We need to move away from technology and use it as a tool instead of being absorbed by it like a fucking cyborg. I'll tell you what I do believe in. I believe in following a divine spiritual aim that sets to create heaven on earth. And I don't know what that divine spiritual aim is because there's so many wishy-washy like doctrines and delusional illusions. Like it's fucking, it's so difficult to put a pin in the truth these days. And if it ever was easy, I feel lost, is what I feel. And I imagine a lot of you feel the same way. What I want is to either be or follow somebody who speaks the truth and isn't afraid of the consequences and the truths that need to be told. Somebody who has all the tools in their arsenal in order to tackle the problems that plague us in modern society, so that we can look to bring us all up out of the cesspit and the quagmire of delusional nonsense and meaningless garbage to a point where we can all collectively identify the things that are wrong and just completely change everything and move our direction away from destruction and up to salvation. Because you might think that I'm being negative, and maybe I am, but this is just what I absorb from my own subjective experience. In my subjective experience, we're not going in a good direction, and I hope that in my life there is something that I can do, a spiritual aim where I can serve the part of reality that represents the good, love, virtue, sacrifice, in goodwill. And in that process, I will transcend my demons. I will become sharper, wiser, stronger, brighter, even wronger. So I hope that answers your question, King Charles. What do I believe in? Well, based off some experiences I've had on LSD when I used to do that stuff, I had an ego death, and that showed me what I thought was behind the curtain, behind the mask of of the ego, which is the collective consciousness, or God, which is playing all the different parts in the play, and does so for the sake of experiential variety and for the sake of the story. Because if you were an all-powerful being that created everything, surely you would want to forget what you were and be involved in your own creation. Makes a lot of sense, really, doesn't it? So, what do I believe in? I believe in nothing. Nout. I simply have... The truth is I have positions, as in, based on what I've been exposed to, I have a certain position, and I call it a position because that position can be adapted to something else if new evidence or a new experience steers it in another direction. Because I believe that this I do believe. I believe that belief is one of the things that we have like completely took the wrong way, because we're too stubborn in belief. It's what's the term? There's a term that needs to come to me now, and it won't come to me. Sassy says it to Big Les on the Big Les show. It's on the tip of my tongue. What I'm basically trying to say is it's a neglect for the new truth, because you're too attached to what you already know, what you think you know. Cognitive dissonance, that's it. Got there in the end. I believe that everybody is plagued by cognitive dissonance. Because they're too attached to either doctrines or what they've decided is reality in their own minds. We need to be adaptive, because at the end of the day, what do you actually know? Because I know fuck all. You said it yourself, King Charles. All that I know is that I know nothing. So if we all embrace that and just realise that we just know absolutely fuck all and search for the truth, then maybe somebody who's wise enough and introspective enough will look within themselves and actually find it. And when they do find it, hopefully the truth speaks loud enough that we'll all listen. So that's why I think we need a new Messiah, so we can follow that person and change the world for the better. Really what I long for is a purpose that is transcendental, something so powerful that it would lift everything up with it. And perhaps that's greed, perhaps that's me overblowing my own intended purpose, but that's what I desire. And I don't think it's unreasonable. Because I'm not asking to be the Messiah. I don't know if I could be. I think it'd be ridiculous if it was me. So I'm not insinuating that it's me. But what I'm saying is, we need to make steps in the right direction. So where do we start? Your guess is as good as mine. Well, I've probably waffled on long enough there. So, yeah. If you watched this far into the video, thanks for enjoying. I'd be interested to hear what you have to share in the comments. Thank you.